Hello, I'm Dr. Beth Goethe.
And I'm Dr. Martha Leatherman. I'm a geriatric specialist in psychiatry.
And I'm a neuropsychologist, and I specialize in aging.
We're experts in dementia care, and we're here to provide you some information and answer some questions that we hear very commonly about dementia and other issues in aging.
Hi. In our previous session, in our previous conversation, we talked about when professional caregivers, physicians, don't recognize or don't know that there are changes in a family member. And so the doctor may say, well, she looks fine to me. I treat her medically and I don't see anything wrong. Whereas you, as the family member or maybe primary caregiver, may have seen lots of changes, and you need to convey that information and communicate with the physician about that. But what about those situations that we hear a lot about? And actually a lady told us about this situation recently and wanted us to do one of these sessions with you about that. What if other family members don't know about the changes, don't see those changes? And they say, well, she looks fine to me. I don't know why you're trying to put her in assisted living or get memory medication. She just seems to be doing well every time I talk to her.
Yeah, it can cause a lot of family strife and discord, especially if some family members are distant, or if one family member does the predominance of the caretaking and is really noticing a lot more changes. Whereas if you're calling from Minnesota and talking for 10 or 15 minutes on the phone, it's easy for all of those things to slip by. Or if you come in for a visit where everything's structured and the person can kind of stay on and socially very bright during the visit. And then the family member living closer says, we've got to stop driving, or we need to consider assisted living placement. Other family members get very angry. Dad never wanted this. You're taking away his dignity. He's not that bad. Can't you just let him live his life?
And one of the major things that happens with a visit, when you come from a long way and you're visiting, very often people with dementia start to reduce their activities. They need more structure.
Oh, right.
And they may appear even depressed when they're still living alone and just having a family caregiver there occasionally to come in. So another family member comes in to visit, and it's an exciting time. They haven't seen them in a long time, and the visiting family member has all these plans of things. Hey, Mom, let's go out to lunch. They actually unwittingly are kind of playing the role of those parts of the brain that aren't working.
Providing the structure
and some new pleasant experiences. And so the mom or dad or aunt or uncle or whoever will look happy, and they think, this was a wonderful visit. She just is so happy.
And now you want to put her in a home somewhere? What are you talking about?
Why would you want to move her out of her house that she loves? We had such a wonderful time. So when you live with someone or you're taking care of them on a day-to-day basis and you can see the changes, it really does make a difference if you can communicate that with the family. But you have to know that some family members cannot accept that there are changes. There may be changes in their parent, and it can be very difficult for them to hear from you that you've noticed those changes. And not because they might not believe you, but it's just difficult to understand and accept.
And we said on one of our very early videos that memory problems are not the hard things to deal with someone with dementia. It's the behavioral problems. And someone who's far away or somebody is not giving care on a routine basis may really not understand the level of behavioral difficulty and think it's just a matter of helping somebody remember to take their medication, is all that's required. So similar to our advice when dealing with professionals, make sure that you communicate specific behavioral changes. I cannot get him to bathe is much more useful for somebody to hear than he's just worse. So be sure and catalog behavioral differences and ways that it really may enhance somebody's dignity to be in a place where the structure is provided so they can actually have more freedom in some ways.
And the tendency is to say, well, you don't understand, or you don't know how difficult it is for me. That sort of accusatory or defensive kind of posturing,
Which is probably true.
yeah,
But
but that takes the problem into your relationship with your sibling or
Right.
with another family member rather than the actual behavior issues. If you can stick to the specific changes in behavior, I think it'll be a lot easier to manage that kind of conversation.
yeah. We hope this has been helpful. It's a difficult position for families to be in, but your loved one will do better if you're all on the same page.
And if you'd like us to address any other issues, please get onto our website and let us know other topics that you'd like us to discuss.
We're open.
For more answers to questions like these, our book, The Insider's Guide to Dementia Care, is available at Amazon.com.